What's up, you movie collecting maniacs, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host, as always, Jay Schatzer, and it is time for another Quickie movie haul video. Got some awesome stuff to show off and see if it tickles your fancy. All genres, all labels, all good stuff. So let's get right into it and see what we got on the table today. First up is a cool looking Wicked double feature. It's from Film Masters, who have quickly become one of my favorite labels to put out films. They're doing an awesome job on a lot of the older, obscure kind of flicks. And this one I've been waiting for a while. It's got two Klaus Kinski films on it. It is Creature with the Blue Hand, and then you have on the other one Web of the Spider. But it looks awesome. I've watched the trailer for the Creature with the Blue Hand, and that one looked amazing. I haven't really looked too much on the Web of the Spider. I want that one to kind of be a surprise when I check it out. But awesome looking double feature here from Film Masters. And I have quite a few from them now, and even more coming up in future videos, because they are really churning out some awesome stuff in very quick succession. So I am absolutely stoked to check this one out and see some good Klaus Kinski craziness, because that guy can make some crazy flicks and make some crazy performances. But yep, awesome double feature, and these are going to be first time watches for me. I've never seen these flicks, and the first time they will be in the collection with the rest of these fine films in the back. But next up is a movie that I've always loved since first watching it. It is a French movie, I believe. French martial arts period piece, but it's also a creature feature. It's a hybrid of sorts. It's very strange, very unusual, but very beautifully shot. The special effects are amazing in it. It is Brotherhood of the Wolf, otherwise known as, let me try this one out, where'd it go? Pack de Loops or something like that it's called. That's the French title. I from memory, it's not on here. It's usually on these things. But yeah, Brotherhood of the Wolf, awesome flick with a really great cast, atmosphere to die for. The creature's very unique looking. They combine a lot of different animal elements into this creature. It's really cool. But if you haven't seen it before, definitely check it out. There's nothing out there that's quite like this flick. And just this style and the blending of martial arts fighting with like a French period piece and a creature feature flick. It's unusual, but very well done. And the director, Christopher Gaines or Gans or whatever, however you pronounce it, does an amazing job in this one. I became a fan of him straight off the bat after seeing this one, and this one came out in like early 2000s. Oh, yeah, well, there's the Le Pacte de Loup. There it is. But that's the other alternative cover that I know the film for. And you can see a little bit of stuff in the back there. But yeah, it's just a really great film. And this release is from Scream Factory. But I own it on DVD. Even another region from another country, I've owned a few of these ones. But finally got the definitive one that I'm probably going to keep in the collection forever. So Brotherhood of the Wolf. Oh yeah! But up next is another interesting film, but it's more action, 80s action, kind of cop thriller. Yeah. It is Sylvester Stallone in the very sorely underrated Nighthawks. Awesome film that I have not seen in a long time, so I'm very thrilled. I finally have this in the collection. I've never owned it in any other iterations. So we now have it on Blu-ray, and it's pretty much just Sylvester Stallone plays a cop who is trying to take out a crazy psycho in the form of Rutger Hauer, and it is just really cool. It's underrated. Not a lot of people talk about it. But it's one that's always stuck with me over the years when I first saw it when I was a lot younger. But yeah, it's just really cool and intense, and the certain scenes like still are very vivid in my mind from it. But everyone does a great job across the board in this film. Just really cool. And there's also Billy D. Williams is in this one as well. So it's just a really great cast. Great cast and a interesting cop thriller. But cool. But this one is put out by Shout Factory. This is Shout Factory, so good for putting it out. But up next, this is a movie I have never even heard of before buying this one. It was a blind buy, and the cast alone, or just the main guy in the role alone, along with the concept, I don't even know if this is a comedy or a horror movie or a sexcapade. I don't know what this is, but it is Dr. Heckle and Mr. Hype with Oliver Reed in the main role, and he turns into, I guess this is him, and then he changes into this. He's supposed to be a charismatic, handsome young man, and he gets all the ladies, and I don't know what the plot is. It doesn't describe anything about what the plot is or who the antagonist is, or if there's horror elements to it. There might be horror elements, but not horror. I don't know what's going on in here because he's getting all the ladies in this poster. I have no idea what to expect from this film, but I'm very excited to kind of check it out and see what it's all about. You can't go wrong with Oliver Reed. He pretty much is intense in every single role he has ever been in. So I have no doubt that this is going to be very, very entertaining and something to witness. But this is an MGM release through Scorpion Releasing, so it was probably a Code Red property that they had distribution rights to. But yeah, cool stuff, and I'm looking forward to checking it out. Like I said, never seen it before, never even heard of it before until I saw it in a sale, so that's going to be a treat to check out. But up next is a movie I've seen so many times it's ridiculous, because it seems like it was always on cable growing up. This and its sister movie that came out at the same time. They're both underwater creature films. But this one, is Leviathan. And the other movie I was talking about was Deep Star 6, which I've owned for a long time, and I've been waiting to be able to buy this one. The DVD went out of print, and then the Blu-ray went out of print, so they were all very, very expensive. So I was waiting for somebody to put this out at a reasonable price, and luckily Kino picked it up, which they do a lot of instances. They pick up so many films, and I picked it up and put it in the collection because it's one of my favorites. I always love this one. It's got a really great cast in it. You've got Peter Weller, you got Richard Crenna, Amanda Pays, Daniel Stern of Home Alone, Ernie Hudson of Ghostbusters. Yeah, that just goes on and on. There's just a really great cast of kind of like underwater explorers. But what a lot of these underwater creature feature films kind of were calling from were the Alien movies. So it's pretty much just like an Alien movie but underwater, and you pretty much have the same premise of a lot of these creature feature films that came out in the 90s or late 80s, as this one was in the late 80s, 89. But it's very stupendous. It has the same feel of Alien and Aliens, where you just have a ragtag group of people together trying to survive a situation where they can't really escape from. With space, you have space you can't get away from, and then with the underwater, you have the depths of the pressure and stuff like that you can't escape from. So awesome film, great creature effects. Has a lot of kind of like the Thing vibe as well, with the creature being able to kind of morph and change. But there's the original poster that I always remember seeing on the VHSs back in the day. But cool stuff, and thank goodness for Kino for putting this one out, because now I finally have this on Blu-ray in the collection. Awesome. But up next, oh my goodness, it's a movie that's I saw this in theaters, but I don't even know if I've watched it since then. But it's a 90s film. We'll say that. It's 1995, I want to say. So I was like 15 when it came out. But great cast. Interesting enough premise. But I wasn't really a big fan of these kind of films back in the day, but I just kind of went and saw any movie that was in the theater. But it is Broken Arrow. And with John Travolta and Christian Slater in the lead roles, yeah, it's a very entertaining flick. And yeah, the chick was in it too. I don't remember what her name is, but she was kind of cool as well. But yeah, a John Woo film. So this is right when John Woo was coming into the U.S., trying to make a name for himself. I was a fan of all of his like Hong Kong films, but I was super stoked for when Replacement Killers came out. That was the first movie that he was introduced to the United States, and I enjoyed it, but I wasn't blown away because it just didn't have the impact his prior films had. But then I believe this one came out next, and then he just kind of, well, no, it was maybe this or Face Off. But yeah, Face Off is awesome because it's just ridiculous, but that's because Nicolas Cage and John Travolta are out of control in that film. But this one, decent enough, just not over the top and crazy. It was more of a simplified premise of them, two people clashing and trying to get to a certain, what was like a downed rocket or something like that. I can't remember. But Broken Arrow, awesome film. Just, it's fun and entertaining, and glad to have it in the collection because I do have some memories of the film. This is just a studio release, nothing big. The next up is, oh my goodness, it's a double feature that is, I can't remember what's this group that put, Dark Force. I have a few Dark Force double features, and they're very entertaining. They're not in the, par of Film Masters and things like that, with their remastering work and stuff like that, but they have some really entertaining films. I have some of the bunch of martial arts ones that are awesome. But this one is Cop Killers and Project Kill. So two kind of like crime thriller action flicks that I know nothing about these ones. This was a blind buy just because it was a Dark Force double feature. I picked it up because I'm trying to collect them all, and I think I mostly have everything they've put out. So yeah, I have nothing to say about this one, so let's just move on to something I am absolutely excited to see. This is a movie I have been wanting in the collection in Blu-ray for a long, long time. It deserves an amazing release. And once you know it, Criterion came out and said, we're going to do it for you. It is, I guess, both produced by Val Lewton. It is I Walked with a Zombie. And then we also have The Seventh Victim, which I have not seen this one, so that one's going to be a real treat to check out. But I Walked with a Zombie is stupendous. It's probably the most atmospheric black and white film that I have seen ever. And that's saying a lot from all the different great films that are out there, but this one is just something about the voodoo elements and the locations and the amazing cinematography. Jacques Tourneur, if that's how you pronounce his name, I'm horrible with names, Jacques Tourneur does an amazing job in this film. Just the whole feel of it, and the flow and performance he's able to get out of his actors and actresses. Awesome stuff. And I don't know about The Seventh Victim, directed by Mark Robson. I'm hoping it's good. I mean, Val Lewton produced a lot of very beautiful horror films, so I'm assuming it's going to be right up there with the rest of his work that I've seen. But yeah, Criterion, thank you for putting this one out, and I finally have it in my collection. I was very excited when I heard this was going to happen, and I believe I just pre-ordered it the day I heard about it. But yeah, awesome stuff from a bunch of different movies. But cool stuff all around. And yeah, a bunch of awesome flicks that get to go into the collection and be with their friends. I don't know what to say. But guys, that's it for me today. Hope you enjoyed that one, and I hope you like what I'm doing here. If you do, please like and subscribe. And if you have time, leave a comment below because I love hearing from you. But until then, I will see you all at the next Lucid Nightmare. See ya!